Alright, I'm just gonna make this video and then just go straight to fucking bed. And before anybody decides to fucking type their little comments, that thing right there, just for future references, that is a plush doll. It is the head from Night of the Living Dummy, from the Goosebumps series. If you don't know what it is, go fucking look it up. That's what that is. Now that we've got that out of the fucking way. I'm surprised I didn't get this question on YouTube, but I'm not surprised that people on Skype and MSN and anywhere else that I have pretty much have communication with as far as the internet goes have been bringing up the simple fact. Yes, Carlito has been released. Carlito has been released due to him failing a drug test, and he refused to go to rehab. So now he's pretty much gone, and the segment that he was going to do with Primo, where they became a team again, is pretty much virtually worthless. And now Primo is going to end up in nothingness. People are probably going to be wondering what my thoughts are, because if anybody remembers me on YouTube in 2007, I had a little tirade where I thought Carlito was not getting the push that I thought he deserved. What are my thoughts on him being released? If this was back in 2007, before his program with Triple H, I would have been making a video right here, not caring what people think of me, probably screaming my fucking head off. It's 2010, and from what they've done with Carlito over the 3 years, the only thing I could say right now, as far as what I think of his release, is I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. Not only am I surprised that it didn't happen sooner, I don't give a shit. People are going to probably sit here and wonder, why is Carlito one of my favorites? Or why was Carlito one of my favorites? Or to a point of that I would make videos going out of my way to defend him, whether he deserved the defense or not. I'm not going to delve too much into my personal life. Let's just say that pre-Carlito, my life was pretty much, as far as emotionally goes, it started to pick up back in 2004, 2005. And one of the things that just made me feel positive, or just made me laugh about just engaging in giggles, was Carlito. While Carlito was this comedic character, he was one of those comedic characters that they tried to treat as somebody that, he may be a goofball. He may be a little bit goofy for my type, but you know what? I can see him in the ring and going for the world title. They were pushing him that way. And he, to me, was just entertaining during that time, especially when I was just gradually getting my personal life back together. And watching him, he always entertained me. I mean, there were other guys that entertained me, but Carlito was just one of the many. So, of course, I became a big mark of the guy. Thought the guy was talented. He can go in there and have a great match. The guy, of course, is just... his character was very entertaining. The whole spit-in-the-face character, whole evil apple thing, where you just... that was a cool gimmick for me. And I've always been into that type of gimmick where pretty much the goofy character... the goofy character that could be seen as a world champion, kind of like Kurt Angle, because he was kind of goofy when he won the title. But going back to my point, in 2006, they pretty much teased the fact that he could be somewhere. He could get to main event level one day. And around 2007, after his program with Triple H, I started to notice something. We weren't using him as much. He pretty much went in his career. He had Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 24. I marked out to that, because they teased the fact again that he could have won. Of course, he wasn't going to win. It was pretty much inevitable he wasn't going to win. But there was a point in that match where I thought he actually would have won when he had the briefcase until CM Punk over here I think it was CM Punk that knocked him off. Maybe it was Jericho or Kennedy. I can't fucking remember. I don't even care. That's not the point. Then I pretty much was starting to give up. I was starting to give up hope. But then WWE threw a Snickers bar in front of me. By teaming him with Primo, I didn't know much about Primo. I just knew that he was Carlito's brother, and he's noted to be, as far as the two, the talent, the in-ring talent of the two. So I thought this would work for both of them. It would get Primo over, and it would get Carlito back over. And it did, when they teamed together. So I was like, hey, WWE, you're pushing my favorite guy again. Hell, when they people are going to look at me like, what the fuck? When they hyped up Carlito and Primo versus Miz and Morrison for WrestleMania, that was the match I was most excited for. People are going to call me fucking insane for that. But I was very excited for that. You want to know why? Because it was the one match I didn't care who the hell wins, because I was going to be satisfied. No matter what. No matter who came out the victor. And of course I was bumped to the pre-show and I was pissed off. I was like, I wanted to see Carlito and Miz fucking go at it, but I mean, yeah, they're not going to have the greatest match ever. It's just that my two favorite entertainers in the ring fighting each other. Hell, there was times after the whole breakup between Primo and Carlito, which I'll get to in a second, I actually thought Miz and Carlito would actually become a team. Never happened, but oh well. But then it happened again. They break up Primo and Carlito. A little too soon, in my opinion, but they broke them up and they turned Carlito heel. Obviously, because how was Primo going to play a heel? Instead of having a decent feud out of this, they decide, we're just going to have these two have random matches together. There was points where Primo would call him out, and there was points where Primo would have the adrenaline pumping. That was just about it. Primo went into even more nothingness, which is sad, because he's very talented, and he can be very entertaining. It's just that they don't want to use him. That's the sad thing. Carlito, after that feud, would go on to do nothing again. Disappear for a while, come back and get his ass destroyed by Cena. Continue to do nothing. Then he became Michael Tarver's pro. Did a couple things there. Thought he would get his gimmick back. Did play. And then Superstars happens. They try to dangle the fucking Snickers bar at me by teaming them back together. But this time they're going to be heel instead of face, which is what I've always wanted, because Carlito being heel was what got me into him in the first place. Didn't mind him being face, but I think that was the wrong career move for WWE to do for Carlito. And now he's gone. And now, what am I supposed to say? Here's what I'm going to say. People will make the excuse that, yes, he may have been lazy towards the last year or two. The argument that I have to say to that is, can you really blame him? Because when you are a wrestler being pushed to a main event level, I shouldn't say main event, upper mid-card, I should say, and you're getting all this time, especially with guys like Cena, guys like Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, and Edge. He had a couple problems there. He even had a thing with Batista for a small time. So he was working with big names. He even had a one-time deal with Hogan. So you're being used properly for the type of gimmick that you have, because his gimmick was pretty goofy. And they do nothing afterwards. They're like, we're not going to use you that one. We'll do this with you. Obviously, that's going to suck. And to make matters worse, someone like Sheamus, not hating on Sheamus, I actually think Sheamus is alright. A guy like Drew McIntyre, who pretty much just come in, have no crowd reaction whatsoever, get pushed to, like, stardom. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that, but I guess the whole point of this video is pretty much WWE pretty much killed my hope in what Carlito could have been. WWE pretty much killed my hope in what Carlito could be. People are saying, well, he's going to show up in TNA. This is going to be shallow for me to say. Maybe it was morely the gimmick that I liked. I still like the wrestler, but it was the gimmick that I really liked. And it pretty much just was not given the chance. I still like the wrestler, don't get me wrong. I think he's a decent wrestler, but the gimmick is what sold me on him. But you know what? What can you fucking do? This company fucked up another potential star. You know what? Whatever. So tell you what. Just give me a second. I'm going to pull it out here. This, everybody might remember this t-shirt. This is the t-shirt that I use as a memoir for all the memories that I had watching Carlito and being entertained. This was one of his famous shirts, the Evil Apple, with this quote, "I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool," with the WrestleMania 22 logo right there, if you can see. This is one of my favorite t-shirts. I mean, I don't wear it out in public anymore because it's starting to fade, and you probably can't find this shirt anywhere. So, I'll probably just wear it in the house or something like that. So yeah, Carlito, good luck on your future endeavors, and I know you're not watching this, maybe you are. I just want to say thank you for the 5 to 6 years that you were giving me. I want to say thank you for the entertaining moments. I want to say thank you for pretty much being part of the reason that I'm a more happier person. At least with myself, that is. I just want to thank you for all you have done. People may call you lazy. People may call you disrespectful. What the fuck ever. It doesn't change the fact that I was entertained by you and I was a big fan of yours. Still am. Still fan of what you did for me as far as, because when I was a kid, I've had wrestlers that I've looked up to, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Steve Austin, Rock, etc. When I was a teenager, I will admit, Cena's rapper gimmick I was into, but I'll always be able to say Carlito was one guy that I really enjoyed watching. Hopefully, you can get a better future somewhere else. Thank you for making the gimmick better than what it looked like it was going to be, because it resulted in memories such as this one. I sound like a complete mark. I sound like maybe a loser. But you know what? I don't care. I'm still a big fan. Carlito, or Carly Cologne, good luck with yourself, and I hope the best for you. This is Monoxide signing off.